You are listening to the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, and life giving relationships. Why focus on relationships? Because the quality of our intimate partnerships and close connections influences our health, happiness, and longevity more than anything else in our lives. Relationships matter a lot. So, together, let's jump into the mud, aka our messy relationships, pull some weeds, plant some seeds, and create an enriching environment where strong relationships can take root. I am your grateful host, Dara Posner. I am a recovering relational disaster working toward relational mastery. I am a certified positive psychology coach and relationship mindset coach at Mud Coaching. I work with teens and adults from all over the world, and I am ecstatic to get to talk to you about the one thing that lights my fire more than anything else in life, and that is learning how to create healthy, joyful, life giving relationships that we all desire to have. So let's dive in. Today on the Embrace the Mud podcast, we are going to define and describe secure functioning relationships because I use the term secure functioning a lot on this podcast. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets mentioned in almost every single episode, and I want you to understand what I'm talking about when I say secure functioning. It's not a general description, it's actually a specific thing. It refers to a type of relational system that I have come to believe really works and is a couple's best shot at living in harmony and with a deep sense of safety and connection between them. I first heard the term secure functioning when listening to an interview with Dr. Stan Tatkin of the PACT Institute. Dr. Tatkin is a co-founder of the PACT Institute, and I'm reading this from their website, thepactinstitute.com. He is a teacher, clinician, researcher, and developer of the psychobiological approach to couples therapy. Stan is an expert on human behavior and couple relationships. He speaks and teaches around the world on secure functioning relationships, how to understand them, create them, and support them. And he has written dozens of academic articles and 6 best-selling books. So there's a little snippet about my primary resource for learning about secure functioning relationships. And I also want to share his definition of what that is with you. According to Dr. Stan, a secure functioning relationship is a relationship that is fully collaborative, fully mutual, and based on justice, fairness, and sensitivity. As I understand it, the essence of a secure functioning relationship is that you abandon an individualistic mindset and instead adapt a relational mindset. You are essentially committing to always taking care of yourself and your partner at the same time. Now, this is not easy to do, and I will get into the particulars of why that is and how we can help ourselves be successful in overriding tendencies that inhibit our ability to think and act relationally. But for today, I'm going to just define and describe a secure functioning relationship, and then in the next few weeks, I'll do a follow-up episode that will focus on the how aspect, like how do we create this? So again, secure functioning is a relationship that is fully collaborative, fully mutual, and based on justice, fairness, and sensitivity. I am highly aware that the quality of our relationships is so central to the quality of our health in our lives and has a tremendous impact on our longevity. Therefore, creating relationships that feel safe and secure, supportive, and nourishing is essential in my view. In insecure functioning relationships, partners often feel undervalued and underappreciated. They feel disconnected and unstable. They feel like they have to fight for their own rights and their needs and their own preferences and desires. And it's exhausting at best and downright toxic and quite damaging at worst. Two people can easily begin to see each other as enemies and become combatants when they aren't trained and practiced at thinking relationally. It's no wonder that so many people describe feeling unseen and unheard in their relationships. Sometimes even straight up invisible, like, am I even a part of this equation? Do I even matter? They are not experiencing a sense, at least not consistently, that they are significant to the one that they share a life with. Secure functioning relationships are the opposite of that. There is no you and me, there is only us. And our usness is central to our lives. This is a huge aspect of committing to secure functioning. Why? Because a lot is at stake. Whether we like it or not, our primary relationship impacts how we perform at work, how we show up in our friendships, how well we sleep, how we parent, how energized and hopeful and happy we are. I personally have never eaten more fast food and exercised less than when my husband and I were at our worst. Safe, stable connection matters a lot. It's worth being intentional about how we will tend to our relationship and how to make and keep it healthy and strong so that we may be healthy and focused and successful in all the other ways that matter to us. There are few wiser and more impactful choices you can make for yourself and your own well-being than to insist upon and work toward creating a secure, functioning relationship with your partner or spouse. Okay, so what's it really look like to be in a secure, functioning relationship? To paint an introductory picture of this for you, I thought I would just share Dr. Stan's 10 commandments for a secure, functioning relationship, which adorably is written in Old English. And I will share a link to the commandments for you in the show notes as well. All right, so the 10 commandments of a secure, functioning relationship. Commandment 1, thou shalt protect the safety and security of thy relationship at all costs. Commandment 2, thou shalt base thy relationship on true mutuality, remembering that all decisions and actions must be good for thee and for thine partner. Commandment 3, thou shalt not threaten the existence of the relationship, for doing so would benefit no one. Commandment 4, thou shalt appoint thy partner as go-to person for all matters, making certain thy partner is first to know, not second, third, or fourth, in all matters of importance. Commandment 5, thou shalt provide a tether to thy partner all the days and nights of thy life, and never fail to greet thy partner with good cheer. Commandment 6, thou shalt protect thy partner in public and in private from harmful elements, including thyself. Commandment 7, thou shalt put thy partner to bed each night and awaken with thy partner each morning. Commandment 8, thou shalt correct all errors, including injustices and injuries at once, or as soon as possible, and not make dispute of who was the original perpetrator. Commandment 9, thou shalt gaze lovingly upon thy partner daily and make frequent and meaningful gestures of appreciation, admiration, and gratitude. And Commandment 10, thou shalt learn thy partner well and master the ways of seduction, influence, and persuasion without the use of fear or threat. So those are the 10 commandments for a secure, functioning relationship. What you may notice in these commandments is that each partner is called to take into account the other's feelings, needs, preferences, and ultimately their sense that they are important, that they are safe, and a felt sense of bondedness and closeness. Bringing your partner into a sense of closeness with you is always the top priority. Being able to communicate through your ways of being and actions that even when I'm mad at you, you matter to me. We matter to me. Even when you disappoint me, you matter to me. Even when I don't like you, you matter. Even when I don't agree with you, you matter. Even when I'm not so sure about you, you matter. Even when you are not acting how I want you to act or saying what I want you to say or meeting my needs exactly the way I want you to, I still protect you. I still honor you. I am still loyal to you so that we may both enjoy and benefit from secure functioning together. The constant message is our relationship is more important than whatever fleeting emotion is here right now. Whatever issue has got us in a spat, whatever conflict is making us internally judge, criticize, or blame each other, our relationship is bigger and more important than it. Clearly, this takes a lot of virtue, wisdom, and maturity, as well as some relational skill, which needs to be learned and trained. It's not easy, but it can be done. and it's worth it. And there's a path there. And in a very near upcoming episode, I will be sharing what I have learned about how to move yourself and your relationship in the direction of secure functioning. But I will leave you with a starting point because I think that's fair. It all starts with your mindset. Begin considering and learning what it truly means to think relationally rather than individualistically. Seeing your relationship as a system, like an ecosystem in which each part of the system functions in relationship to the other. What's good for me but bad for you is bad for us. And therefore, you guessed it, it's a no. It doesn't belong in this system. A relational mindset is a key foundational element of a secure, functioning relationship. Okay, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for listening to the Embrace the Mud podcast, where we discuss all things related to healthy, joyful, life-giving relationships. I look forward to being back here with you again next week. In the meantime, please remember, you are wired for love and connection. You are worthy of love and connection. You are capable of love and connection.